What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another MLB High Five video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Since the last time we've spoken, new tools have been added. There's also been multiple tools that have been added to the site, period, that I'm going to run y'all through in this video today. But first and foremost, we'll go ahead and do the high five. And then at the end, you know what? Let's go ahead and just get into this. So we've got the high five ready. I want to show you guys the new tool real quick before we get started. So as you can see, I am on greenlightdfs.com. Now, the new DFS tool is right here. You go to it, MLB Rankings tool. You can click on that, open it up. As you will see, here it is. All right. Now, when you first go to this tool, it is not going to be sorted. You click on total a couple times and boom, there it is. Now this is player score. Now what I wanted to do is pretty much simplify. With baseball, there is so much information that you have to study. You know what I mean? There's so much that goes into baseball. Launch angles, barrel percentages, all types of different things. Like a whole bunch of things that a lot of people don't even look into. You know what I mean? So pretty much I talked to my developers and I was like, look, my whole goal is to pretty much simplify the whole research process and kind of put it into one thing where they can, be able to make the easy decision without having to do all of that time in the research and stuff like that, to just simplify the entire process, to make it so that when it comes down to picking between a couple people, it's not a tough decision. You just go to the player ranking tool and you can literally see who the better player is on that day, plain and simple. Now the higher the point total, so pretty much we found a way to put all the information into one and generate a number for it. Okay, a number form to be able to tell you who the best players on the entire slate are. Now as you can see, the teams are right here. Some teams might not be here if like their player information has not uploaded into the system yet. The system has not generated their information yet. It's probably working on it for a while too, so it takes a little bit. 100% by about lunchtime, all the teams will be here and all the players will be here. At least the players in the expected lineups will be in here. As you can see, it updates every few minutes. Like literally every minute, I have it refreshing. Because the reason I have to do that is because once again, there is Vegas information that's also into this number. So Vegas information will adjust as people place bets. Vegas information will also have to adjust on this as well. So as it says, all the vital research into one number. That's literally all it is. So for example, Byron Buxton is what this system is saying is the number one player on this slate. Now let's say you want to get exposure to a few teams. You see, okay, Philly and Minnesota are top two projected teams. I know that looking at this, you can already tell that Minnesota, Byron Buxton is the priority there. Okay, also, Jose Miranda has a total score of 3.43 and he's bare min 2K or 2-1. We'll talk about him in a second. Go to Philly. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber are the two guys. Now, when it comes to elite plays, the elite plays are going to be over that 4.5 range, right? So the elite players are going to be around this Mike Trout and up. Even the Joe, Bell, McMahon, Hernandez, Harper, Machado, all these guys are elite plays. I'd say probably 4 and above is where is like an elite play. And if you can build an entire lineup on 4 of aboves or just grab the value who are almost at the 4 range or whatever, that's fine. But plain and simple, it's based on this number. That's all you have to do. Let's say you're wondering, oh, should I play Kyle Schwarber or Harper? I mean, it's a pretty simple explanatory thing right here. Schwarber, 4.07. Harper, 4.32. You play Harper, okay, if you have to choose one. Stuff like that. And it's also the best thing that this is used for is, like I said, finding the best value. 2K guy at 3.43. That's an amazing number. And as you play with it, you will see. So this is the new tool right here. We've got the player prop tool for MLB as well. As you could see, it's got the over-under from Vegas. It's got where the money's at. Everybody's on the under for Shohei right here. As you can see, this just got added. Now, these averages are from 2021. Average from 2021, average from home 2021, average away from 2021, and then the projection is my personal projection for their strikeout rate on this day. All right. The best part about it is opponent K percentage. This is from expected lineup facing that handed pitcher. Okay, so with that expected lineup, this is their K rate percentage on average. All right, now as things officially come out, this will adjust. This will adjust depending on what the lineup ends up being. But as of right now, let's look at your Gwitty, right? Over 4.5. Vegas has the money on the over 4.5. I have the projection at 5.3, and his the team strikes out more than any other team on the slate versus right-handed pitching. So that would tell you the over on 4.5 is a pretty good bet. All right, stuff like that. So I just want to run you guys through the new tools. There's a lot of awesome new tools on the site. Lineup builder. Let's get straight into this, baby. So starting off at pitchers. The two pitchers that I really love today is Robbie Ray and Aaron Nola. Robbie Ray and Aaron Nola both have fantastic K rates. Robbie Ray has over a 30% versus lefties and righties. Tampa Bay's lineup strikes out over 23% of the time versus lefties. Robbie Ray is just in a solid spot here. It is a pitcher-friendly ballpark in Seattle. At 8-8, I really love Robbie Ray. Aaron Nola. Let's talk about Aaron Nola love. Aaron Nola has also almost a 30% versus. He has over 30% versus lefties, almost 30% versus righties. The Mets lineup doesn't necessarily strike out a ton versus righties. They've been a solid offense so far this year, but Philly is just heavily favored in this one. At home in Philly, Aaron Nola with a solid K rate normally will limit the damage very, very well. So I really like Aaron Nola as well. Now, I talked about this value play. Jose Miranda. Love Jose Miranda. Jose Miranda at 2-1. Now, at the end of the day, this dude projects out to be a solid prospect, a solid player who just came up recently, like what, three days ago, something like that. He's been batting fifth in the batting order for this Minnesota offense. Minnesota is one of the highest totals on the entire slate. As you could see on the player ranking tool, Jose Miranda is ranked up there as a very solid play, and he's only 2-1. So favorite value on the slate, Jose Miranda. Wanted to make that clear, plain and simple. Now in the outfield, another guy who was obviously pretty obvious on the player ranking tool, and it's obvious in our minds as well, Byron Buxton at 5-5. Byron Buxton is overall my favorite play on the entire slate. He's got the most upside. Byron Buxton has a 326 ISO versus righties. Watkins struggles so much giving up power. I mean, this Minnesota offense should definitely rake. In Baltimore, a hitter-friendly ballpark, it's a dangerous spot for him. Okay? Last but not least, another guy ranked very, very well is Soler. Soler's ranked within like the top 10 of plays on the main slate. Soler's only 3-9, but yet he's ranked in the top 10. Soler, we know the type of upside this dude has. Now he's going against Martinez, who has given up a ton of power versus righties in the small sample size so far this year. And Soler smashes righties at a 244 ISO. Okay? He just cranks out home runs. We all know that. Now, this is a park upgrade for him going to San Diego because Miami is a super pitcher-friendly ballpark. San Diego's not the most hitter-friendly ballpark or anything, but it's better than Miami. So he's getting a little bit of an upgrade there. It's just a solid spot here, man. Plus, the San Diego bullpen is just not the greatest versus righties either. So once Martinez gets slugged by Soler, then the next guy in will probably get slugged by Soler. So it's just a fine spot. Now, Soler's not a high on-base percentage guy. He's not a high average guy, but he's a high power guy. Okay, and the player ranking tool taking everything into consideration, you know what I mean? I haven't looked at every single possible number and formula and all types of stuff yet today. It's early morning. But that's where that comes in. The player ranking tool comes in to key, all right? Because it already has. And it's telling you that Soler is a top play, all right? So Soler, I believe it. I'm not doubting it anymore. Look, it was all over Rowdy Tellez yesterday, who hit like 2 home runs and went absolutely crazy. It was all over him. Had him ranked in a top 10 of plays, and with Tellez's price, I should have just locked him in and moved on. I ended up having extra money, so I said, you know what, let me go CJ Cron, who also was ranked high and didn't have as good of a game. So should have stuck with Tellez, but it is what it is. But like I said, that player ranking tool is deadly. So take advantage of all of this content that you get with these packages at greenlinedfs.com. Nobody else offers this kind of content. There's nowhere else that you can go that'll give you these players ranked using all of the information into one that simply. You know what I mean? Literally right there in front of you. So this is the best bet, and having these guys ranked, like showing the value plays and stuff like that, like Jose Miranda, and being able to click on the team and pull up and literally see the best plays from that team. Right? So we got Robbie Ray, Nola, Miranda, Buxton, and Soler. Let's go back to the ranking tool. This is my favorite part about it. Okay, obviously we want exposure to Minnesota, right? So let's say you want to stack Minnesota. Clicking on Minnesota will give you the ability to know exactly the best plays that you want to get exposure to. So as you can see, Gary Sanchez, Nick Gordon, and Larnack are not grading out to be a big part of this offense and guys that you really should care about getting in. Okay, Miranda, Arias, Polanco, Kepler, Correa, Buxton. So if you're going to stack, Buxton down to Reyes is important now, but with Miranda's price, he probably needs to be added into the stack. So since you can only go 5, you probably got to skip one of these guys. So Miranda, Polanco, Kepler, Correa, Buxton, but it just makes it simple. You can literally just sort it from best plays on this team. This is literally the best plays. This is not projection. This is just best play ranking wise with all information included. Okay? Let's say you want to stack Philly. Boom. Harper, Schwarber is obviously the top 2 guys, and as you'll see, from Real Muto down, it really drops off a cliff ranking-wise. All right? And as you can see also, Minnesota had more guys, so that would also tell you that Minnesota is the more favorable stack than Philly is. All right? But either way, Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, Hoskins would be the stack that you'd want to go there. You know what I mean? So simply like that, Miami. Chisholm, Garcia, Aguilar, and Soler are the core guys that you would want to go there in that range. Like, it's just that simple, and that's the exciting part about it, and that's the fun part about it. As you can see, it does not like Cincinnati much today. They're all pretty low. Washington, cores guys are obviously going to be fairly high, but this isn't just, see, the thing is a lot of people just keep into consideration, oh, it's in cores, I got to play guys. This gives you the ability to look at exactly the guys that you should get based on all the other factors. Okay? Not just them being in cores, but every single factor. Okay? Looking at Colorado, same exact thing. Okay, so pretty much it's so easy to build a lineup and exactly know guys. Like if you're struggling between a couple players or you want to be slick and get a lower owned option, I've gotten guys at like 5% already using this ranking tool that have gone for home runs and made cashing easy already with this tool before it was even available to the public. So this is something that I am super passionate about and super excited about. And also I'm just passionate on giving you guys content and things that can simplify this entire process, because the whole point of Greenlight DFS existing is to help the people who just don't have the time to compete. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. Don't have the time to put something together good enough to cash on a consistent basis. And all of these tools I'm making available, you can see that the one key to all of them is to simplify the entire process. You can come here and know who the best play is without having to look at barrel percentage, launch angle, all these different factors that go into things. You don't have to worry about that. Average exit velocity. You know what I'm saying? Like all those things are combined into this total. And that's the exciting part about it. And I'm excited for y'all to try it out. Let me know at Cam_ATL how it goes if you use the content. All this content, all the player prop tools, DFS, blah, 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 comes with your memberships at Greenlight DFS. It's all together as a content site-wide thing. So thank you guys for joining me as always. Let's smash this slate today. Peace.